This is True Buzz, that Mary J. Now we ain't new to this. For my stoners and for my cannabis enthusiasts, never heard a show as good as this. Number one, it's the best. Bringing in many special guests in the industry of cannabis. Business owners to growers, even artists you know of. So sit back and just roll up. Perfect show for my smokers. True Buzz, hey.
I just put this tier list together. I was thinking of a cool way to switch up the podcast for you guys, do a solo one. And I'm really curious to see, like, what do you guys think of these beverages? Do you agree with my ratings? Do you think my ratings are trash? Drop a comment below. Are there brands here that you love? Are there brands here that you hate? I am really curious to hear, guys. So thank you again for chilling. And I feel like I can talk about this for a couple reasons. Number one being, I love cannabis beverages. I've had every beverage I'm talking about today, plus many others. And I actually sold cannabis beverages for 2+ years in the California market to dispensaries across LA and across the state, actually, I would say. So my ranking is gonna have a couple different things in there. We're gonna go with the flow. I figured if I'm talking about cannabis beverages, I should be sipping on one. I got a 10 milligrams from Uncle Arnie's Watermelon Wave. Ave, the VP of sales, was on this podcast. I'll put that episode up here if you guys wanna check it out, and below. I haven't had the 10 milligram, but we'll start out with their 100 milligram drink and I will rank that after we take a sip. All right, Uncle Arnie's. I'm gonna put it up at an A. Now, the reason I'm putting it up at an A is for a couple different reasons. I like what they've done first and foremost. The biggest reason is really honing in on the 100 milligram target and owning that. There's a lot of cannabis beverage companies that, were so focused on the 2 milligram, 2.5, 5, and that's great. But Uncle Arnie's came in and said, hey dude, there's a way that we can really sell this shit, 100 milligrams, and just really provide that value for customers looking for a beverage that's not gonna break the bank, but still get you nice and stoned. So Arnie's putting you up in an A. My High, it's a little stick that you can pour in your drink and stir it. I'm gonna put that at a D. I'm not a huge fan. Didn't dissolve that well. There was still some flakes in there. Kind of had a little coconut flavor and was really pricey. So that's kind of where I stand with My High. Can. Now, Can was like one of the first lower dose beverages I ever had. And I don't drink it that often. I'm a high dose guy, but I'm gonna have to put it up at an A, and let me explain why. This gets an A because they were like, and still are, one of the biggest players and like first players really pushing this cannabis beverage game forward. They do all this cool marketing. They get really cannabis beverages out there to the masses, and they deserve props and respect for that. So that's why I have them up at an A. Pomos, I really like Pomos style. They're a nice bottle. It's got a nice like alcohol bottle feel to it. I like the product. It's a little expensive, but that being said, it's really nice. I'm gonna put it up at a B because I like it, but it's not my favorite. This little sip shot, I've had a couple of them and they're pretty trash in my opinion, but it still worked and the price point was really good. I would give it a D, but because the price point was so dang cheap, it's gonna have to go up to a C, but for 100 milligrams, I wasn't too satisfied. Jones Soda, I was so excited to see this collab, and it tastes really similar to the regular soda. And again, they're pushing up, breaking that stigma because they were a soda brand first. But super sugary. I've had the 100 milligram ones are good. Was happy to see this launch, but honestly, I don't know if I'll ever buy another Jones again. But their branding's dope, and they're kind of breaking that stigma, so I'm gonna throw that up at a B. We got Keef. These Keef 100 milligram bottles are nice. They're a good price point. They're consistent. They hit good. They got a little weed flavor to them, which I like. They're an OG too, man. Keef's up there in OG. I'm gonna throw them at a B though. They're still not quite at that A tier to me. This Loud Shot by Rove, I think it was like 12 bucks, 100 milligram little shot. I was actually kind of impressed with the little taste going on there too. So for all that, everything being said there, I'm gonna throw it up at a B. Price point, taste, and effects were pretty solid, man. Tonic, they're an OG player in the beverage space, but I'm not a huge fan. Their products aren't quite as consistent as I like, at least for me. I'm gonna have to put those at a C. Lagunitas Hi-Fi Hops. I was excited to see this. It's really nice, low sugar, has a hot flavor, but it basically tasted like a sparkling hoppy water to me. I haven't had their newest version, so maybe they're updated, but I'm gonna throw that up at a B too, just for everything that's involved there. Heavy hitters, 25 milligram little cocktail drinks. They got they have like 3 different flavors and they're really good. They taste one of the best tasting drinks I've had. However, they're super sugary, or relatively sugary. So I really like them. I'm gonna throw them up at an A because I like everything they've done. And then let's go to their other product, which has been discontinued, the Heavy Grand Tincture. I love this thing. It's been discontinued to my knowledge because they were calling it a tincture, but it's in this big bottle. It's like 250 bucks. I loved everything about it. The effect, the Acapulco Gold strain specific there really was energizing. I like the taste straight. Love the bottle. I'm throwing this up at Superb Heavy Hitters. Bring it back. I love that product. Wonder Godspeak, I really like. Wonder, if I had to choose like a sparkling cannabis beverage, they would probably be my number one. And this Godspeak is 100 milligrams. They did a great job on that. I'm gonna throw it up at an A here. Artette's cool. It's similar in that world. Apamos has like a different texture, a little more syrupy based. I think they pitch it as like an aperitif or something, Italian style. Really good. I like their live resin one they did. It's slightly syrupy for me, but when you mix it in soda water, it's got a really nice flavor. So I'm gonna throw that up at a B as well, because I just don't purchase it as much, but I like what they've done. And I think they were around before Apamos really bringing that nice bottle element to the game. Tinley's is solid. I really like what they've done. They have some really unique flavors. I like their like amaretto style. They have some good bottled drinks too. They're a cool brand. I'm gonna throw them up at a B too. This Tiki Blast, dude. I just recently did a video on this little Tiki Blast shot, 100 milligrams little Tiki thing. Tasted great. The effects were pretty solid and kicked in quick, man. I'm gonna have to throw it up at an A. These Northern Lights straws I got from the weed shop in Hollywood. They were on sale. $75, 75 milligram little straw. If it was 75 bucks, that'd be fucking crazy. But it's a 75 milligram straw. You put it in your drink, let it sit for a couple minutes, slurp it up, and it's really good. The effects are nice. It was cheap when I got it. I just worry that like you might lose some, how much is stuck in the straw, how much might not get out. But it's a nice way to dose up, and it's nice. I'm gonna throw that up at actually an A too. Koan Cannabis, precision calibrated cannabis cordials. I used to sell these things. Super consistent. I like the little form factor, but honestly, the company did me kind of dirty. That's all I'm gonna say for now. So I'm still gonna base it off the effect. I'm gonna throw it up at a B. I would have it up at Superb or an A, but I just can't get myself to do that. That might be a whole nother podcast talking about what went down there because it was kind of crazy. Cannabis Quencher is going up at Superb for a couple reasons. It was the first cannabis beverage I ever had out of Green Goddess Collective in Venice Beach. They've really been leveling it up, leveling up the flavors. This Aqua Fresca one I have the picture of here was amazing. Relatively low sugar for the like really nice taste it had. Really good. I really like Cannabis Quencher. They're an OG in the game, and I just have the utmost respect for Cannabis Quencher. So we'll put that up at Superb. Oh, I do have the Pap seltzers on here. They're a really nice seltzer, 10 milligrams, nice taste, not too sugary. I'm gonna throw those up in A. This Lemon Lime Explosion, this XT 25 milligram cannabis sparkling beverage, I got it from Atrium in Woodland Hills for the first time. I've done some events where I've seen them popped up, got some free ones. I like the flavor. The sugar content is nice. It's not too high. And it tastes great. I'm actually gonna throw that up at an A. Jim and Jane, I've only had once. I'm not a big fan. I don't think I'm the target audience, of course. However, it was pretty mellow tasting, pretty simple. I'm gonna throw it up at a B. I think the branding's good. I think the taste was good. It's just not my thing necessarily. Kloss is this little apple kind of sparkling beverage. Was good. I did an event at the Hollywood Farmers Market and they were next to me, so I got to try it. Like their whole, everything they're doing behind it and bringing the flavors forward. I'm gonna throw it at a B. I've only had it once. I haven't purchased it, and it's cool. But last but not least, we have Purewana. This product I used to sell. I love this product. It is a live resin strain-specific cannabis powder. You could literally dump it in a glass of water and smell the strain. Blue Dream, Venom OG, etc. It's not on the market currently, but hopefully coming back soon. This thing has to go at Superb. It is one of the best consistent highs I've ever had. My friends I've given it to, shops I sold it to, people I talked to are like, dude, that was so unique. Do you have some more? When's it coming back? I got like one more little pack I'm saving, but hopefully this comes back into the market soon. And that's my list, man. I know there's other drinks out there. There's other ones I had. I just put this tier list together. I was thinking of a cool way to switch up the podcast for you guys, do a solo one. And I'm really curious to see, like, what do you guys think of these beverages? Do you agree with my ratings? Do you think my ratings are trash? Drop a comment below. Are there brands here that you love? Are there brands here that you hate? I am really curious to hear, guys. So thank you again for chilling on today's podcast, the True Bud Show podcast, where you can go and kick it.